Hello. So I work with really busy people, and I myself am really busy. And I find that trying to, at times, incorporate new routines into life can feel quite overwhelming. So if there's already a challenge that you're navigating in life, and then you have to do all these extra things on top of that to navigate that challenge, it can feel quite destabilizing in itself to try to figure out how do I add all these new things, whether it's modalities or treatments or doctor's visits or um, other providers. So instead of becoming distraught because there is yet another thing you're supposed to do, I have worked with a lot of people in creating what I call micro practices. And these are practices you can do in 5 minutes or even 30 seconds or less. And these practices can be touchstones where we return to them over and over throughout the day. And they can be mini breaks from the busyness or the chaos of life. They can also be anchors to come back to presence and your body, so you can start practicing settling your systems throughout the day rather than, okay, I'm going to do this practice now, and then I'm going to see this provider now, and then I'm going to do this practice then, and then I'm going to do this. And so it's something that we can sort of weave into our lives. So it's just another aspect of our life rather than something in addition to do. These practices can help attune to ourselves and honor what we need in a moment, because I know for me, sometimes it can be hard to know what I'm needing when I'm just in kind of go mode. But when I can take that pause, even if it's not even 30 seconds, if it's 5 seconds, if it's 2 breaths, if it's 10 seconds, that can help me tune into like, what's actually happening for me right now? And when I can tune into myself, I can notice, oh, I might need water. I might have to go to the bathroom, right? Like very, I was going to say simple, but very necessary things that sometimes in the busyness and the chaos of life, those kind of basic needs can sort of go to the background. And these micro practices can also help us process some of the things that life may be throwing at us. So if we had a difficult conversation with our spouse or at work, or we were stuck in a traffic jam and we were late and our nervous system got a little riled from that, these micro practices can help release some of the energy that gets built up throughout the day. So another metaphor I like to think of is like a balloon. So if everything that's stressful is like another kind of blow in the balloon gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the day. And these micro practices can be something that can let a little of the air out, little of the air out, little of the air out, so you don't feel like you're going to pop at the end of the day. So I've worked with parents to do micro practices in the shower, leaders who have practices they do in bed before they get up, teachers who have a very small practice they do before they walk into school, people with anxiety who use small practices to navigate social situations or loud events and to make those things a little more tolerable to their systems, so they can do the things that they want to be doing in their lives. So all nervous systems need a little resourcing throughout the day. And we can do that through a variety of ways. And everybody already does this. And so one thing is just noticing, like, what are the practices that you already do to settle your nervous system? So for some of us, it's checking out, scrolling, watching TV as a way to sort of shut down the intensity. And I don't think those are bad practices. Those are one of many practices. And so others might be sitting outside for dinner and feeling air on your skin, or reading a few pages of a book before you go to bed. So you might take stock of like, what are the things that you do? What are the small and the big practices that you do that help resource and settle your system as your balloon gets blown up throughout the day, week, month, years. So I'll be starting a series of micro practices that are 5 minutes or less, where you can explore yourself how these practices may or may not serve you in your own processing of life as it comes and goes, as it gets intense, as it slows down. And so make sure to subscribe to this channel, and you'll get every once in a while I'll send out a micro practice to explore, and there'll be mindfulness practices, embodiment practices, breathing practices, just very simple, easy ways that we can return home to ourselves when excuse me, when so many things can take us away from ourselves. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.